Sunnahfollowers, protectors of the Sunnahfollowers, protectors of the Sunnah.
بسم الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. ما شاء الله. The girl is always ready, ما شاء الله. I'm so happy with that. بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. We're going to start, inshallah, two things. We're going to read the book, and also we're going to speak about how to prepare ourselves Ramadan. Because today, 28th of Rajab, and Shaban coming after 2 days. We're going to speak a little bit about Shaban in the end, and then Ramadan, how to prepare ourselves for Ramadan. Okay? Today, inshallah, we're going to speak about very important. Al-Imanu bil-Yawm al-Akhir. To believe in the Day of Judgment. Of course, before we start to read, inshallah, what is your book? Okay. Go to my office. مهجر في الصندوق هذا في ماني بوكس يعني شوف الكاتب بوك عفوا okay one get one yeah okay so we're going to see inshallah اليوم الآخر number one. Before we speak اليوم الآخر, we are in this life. How we think our life? How old is Adam, you think? Adam, Prophet Adam, when Allah sent him to the earth. What did I'm asking you, inshallah. Do you have any idea? Adam, it's for the Prophet, right? Mm-hmm. Our father. When you think Adam, Allah sent him to the earth? Actually, geology, around more than 1 million years only. Almost 1 million years. But how age of the earth? Okay, we have three era of the earth. The Precambrian only used to be fire. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings some from one stage, Precambrian and Cambrian. Cambrian, no human being. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the water. From the water, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created everything else. So we are from the water originally. Okay, number one. Number two, but think with me, especially you as the youth. What is the purpose Allah create us, this one, in this earth? Do you think the other planets, there is any life for you? Soon going to university. Do you think the moon or any planets, not of course not stars. Stars is a fire, like light. But any planets, you think there's any human being or any life? You smile. Do you think in the planets like the moon, Mercury, Mars, do you think any life there?
Maybe.
I love this answer. Maybe. You're the sister. Maybe also. Okay, what about you? Maybe, the one behind you. Maybe. What about you guys, sisters? Yeah. In fact, maybe yes. Dancing. But I believe yes. Why? I don't have a proof. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala خلق كل شيء كل دابة في السماوات. الله في الآية سورة الشعراء many آيات. السماوات والأرض. It's السماوات. All the planets, and between the planets. Okay? That every sky, planets, Mercury, and more planets and more planets. And Allah subhanahu and الأرض, the earth. وما السماوات والأرض من دابة. What is دابة? Everything is still on the earth or the planets, Mars or Mercury, as we know. So I believe yes. But in fact, NASA is only this last year, more than 1,000 shapes suddenly come in the sky. In fact, there was some plane around the planes. Planes, when China came, another planes also something happened. So I believe, I'm talking away, but I don't have a proof. But this ayah said, Allah said, Samawati, the planets, or the sky, wal ard, dabba, everything that make a race on the earth, or the planets, or the Mars. Maybe. But here, what is the purpose? That chapter today. Al-Akhirah, the hereafter. This life, we have a cell phone. We came in a car. You're driving today, I think, right? You're driving today. Allah give us everything. We're going to leave everything in the grave sooner or later. All of us are going to die. But when? Allah knows best. May Allah give us a good life and good health. The key is the good health. Okay. Now let's read, inshallah. It's our al-iman bil-yawm al-akhir. We believe in the hereafter. We believe in the hereafter. Okay? Who gonna read? You? Can you?
What page?
Oh, I don't know what page, but is I think it's number 10. Huh? What page?
76.
76.
26.
I put mark Sophia. In this case, you don't have to ask. I put this here in the office. I have some marks. Yeah, please, yes.
Belief in the last day. The Muslim believes there will be a final hour bringing the end to this worldly life, and that there will be a last day after which there will be no other day. Then the second life comes. The term last day refers to events of the hereafter, when Allah the Almighty will resurrect all the creatures, gather them before Him, and call them all to account. Then He will reward the pious with the eternal bliss in paradise, and the evildoers with the disgraceful chastisement in the fire.
Okay, hold on. Because you continue. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the author said, as a Muslim you have to believe al-hayatu sa'a, the last hour. What is the last hour? Okay, 2 last hour here. Last hour for me, and last hour for all humanity. All humanity. And everything gonna die. What about jinn? You think gonna die too? Of course. That means everything, that means every soul will die. Who will remain in this universe? Al-Wahid, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah, He said, لِمَنِ الْمُلْكُ الْيَوْمِ. This kingdom, this universe belongs to whom? Lillah. Lillah al-Wahid al-Qahar. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And He said, the author said, and then Allah, we get out of the graves, resurrection, and what had some people go in Jannah, inshallah, all of us, and some people in hellfire. Oh, hellfire, we're going to speak more about hellfire. Give me attention here. Jahannam, only Muslims go to hellfire? I mean, kuffar, disbeliever, go to hellfire only? Do you think only, what kind of people go to hellfire?
Like mediocre Muslims, like people who
Not believe in Allah.
Yeah, or like people who believe in Allah, but they don't do anything to practice their faith.
Allah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you. Some people, they think we are many believers. We ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan. Believe in that, right? Yes, they are. But truly, if not the practice of what you are learning, please give me attention. You have to listen always in your mind. Al-Iman, the belief. What's belief? 3 things. Always this, always this. Al-Imanu, kalima bil-lisan. A statement in your tongue. Ashhadu, Allah, ilaha illallah, wa ashhad, anna, my lips, my tongue, ashhad, an la ilaha illallah, ashhad, anna Muhammad Rasulullah. That belief, yes, I'm Muslim. But Muslim only, right? And I believe it in heart. I believe it, yes. Why? We just came here. Everybody especially Sunday, home. But we are here, study the book of Allah subhanahu, right? And the most important thing, that's what you say. To practice tongue and believe you have what Allah said and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Those people, Jannah, inshallah. Inshallah, Jannah. And other people believe in Allah, but will not practice anything else. That's the problem here. Right? Continue, inshallah.
The hour has signs and precursorers, like the appearance of Al-Messiah and
Al-Masih al-Dajjal, Antichrist.
the false Messiah, Gog and Magog, the descent of Isa, peace upon him be peace, the appearance of the beast, the rising of the sun from the west, etc. Then the trumpet will be blown once for all the great terror and annihilation, and again for resurrection and gathering to congregate before the Lord of the worlds. Then the records will be issued. Some will receive their records with their right hands and some with their left hands. Then the scale, Al-Mizan, will be erected and reckoning will begin. This ends with those destined for paradise entering it, and those destined for the fire entering it.
Okay.
Such belief arises from the textual, inductive, and logical evidences.
That's very, very, this background is very important for all of us. He said, وَإِنَّهُ يَسْبُقْ هَذَا أَشْرَاطِ السَّاعَةِ. Many signs of the day of judgment, the last hour, ashrat, that means signs. You know, for example, what happened in Turkey and Syria recently is signs. Signs. You know, suddenly, an earthquake, thousands of people died. And Syria. And in fact, only this month, many earthquakes happened. The signs coming. Philadelphia, and here in America actually it happened also, but minor. And New York, yes, and in Palestine, and Syria, and many. I mean, of course, scientifically, of course, as you know, the green comments is still the end of this month. He will appear, gone. But as far as that star, we have to be careful and be careful, because you never know, any blink of the eye, something can happen. And he said, you have to believe in Ashrat al-Sa'ad, wa amaratah, the signs. When I see signs, I go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number one, he said, Khuruj al-Masih Dajjal, Antichrist, and very important. Antichrist make people kafir and not Muslim and non-Muslim. And it's very, a fitna try. We're going to speak about the Masih al-Dajjal, the Antichrist. You know, heard about this. Antichrist, and he say, and Gog and Magog, Ya'juj, we have books inside, Hajar. You have another book there? Okay, alright. So the most important is, we're going to speak about this very dangerous to ask about Ya'juj, Ma'juj, twice in the Quran mentioned. Twice in the Quran mentioned. And also Isa alayhi salam. Jesus alayhi salam. Isa is still alive? Is Jesus still alive? Still alive, Jesus? Where is Jesus? In fact, yes, he's still alive. Allah take him, and one of the signs of the day of judgment, he will come down. That's a prophet, and he will kill all the non-Muslims. That Jesus himself. So Jesus, yes, is alive. But why? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take him away from the Jews in that time. But even those Christians right now, they believe he is the Son of God. They believe also is a God. But we're not going to believe that. But Jesus, he will come to this earth. The last important, Yeah. And also a dabba, one of the great signs, huge dabba, and a beast, big beast come and also killing the non-Muslims also. And also now the east come here from the east, right? The sunrise from where? Normal, right? The sun rises from here, right? And one of the sign, go from the west. Rise from the west to the east. One of the signs of the day In fact, start with the sign start. And many. And also one of the things, نفخ الصور. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala create Malak, the Israfil. One of the angels, his name is Israfil, holding the trumpet. A trumpet, huge trumpet for the whole universe in that trumpet. The size of the trumpet. Hajar, you with me? And then holding the trumpet like this, and one right foot in the front and back and hold it like this. That angel created, Allah created him just to blow. He blow, everything will die. Even himself. Allah make him die. And again, Allah make him alive. Everything out of the grave. He will be alive again. And naked. Will come completely. And Aisha, radiallahu anha, said, Rasulullah, the man looked at the woman and he said, give attention. لكل امرئ منهم إن شأن يغني. Everyone has his own problem. Yes. Everyone has his own problem. نفسي. Everybody. What Allah said, يوم يفر المرء من أخيه وأمه وأبيه وصاحبته وبنيه لكل امرئ منهم يومئذ شأن يغنيه. In that day, يوم يفر المرء من أخيه. You run away from your brother and sister. Run away. وأمه, that's the scary part here also. Your mom and your dad. And your wife, husband, and your own kids run away. لكل امرئ. Everyone his own problem. Why? That the hereafter. That when we meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have to think, yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala judge me, and especially if I'm not, for example, you have father or mother. If you are disobedient to your parents, by the way, that's a great sin. For you, even with all my fault, disobedient even to your husband, or argue with the husband, same thing, problem. Allah will ask us about that. It's not haram, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask us who's right and who's wrong. We have to be careful with that. And then he saw also, the author said, so we believe also, we're gonna, before Allah will ask us every smallest question. Everything we sin, but let's ask a question here. Allah, that Hajar not mature yet, and Allah will ask us when we become mature. That means when you start the monthly period, in that moment Allah will ask us about that. Yes, Allah will ask after that, but before that, no. Okay, all right. Okay, now, give the book. Of course, we're going to read some ayat, many ayat. We're going to summarize the ayat, inshallah. The first ayat, inshallah. Yes, please.
This page?
Yes. Yeah, or around it. Okay, tell her.
Allah the Almighty said, whatsoever is on it, the earth will perish, and the face of your Lord full of majesty and honor will remain forever.
Yeah, hold on. كل من عليها فان. Everything will be gone. Fan, I mean, died. ويبقى وجه ربك ذو الجلال والإكرام. Surah Al-Rahman. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remain, one will remain. Okay, continue.
And we granted not to any human being immortality before you, O Muhammad. Then if you die, would they live forever? Everyone is going to taste death, and we shall make a trial of you with evil and with good, and to us you will be returned.
Okay, this very important ayah. وَمَا جَعَلْنَا مِنْ قَبْلِكَ الْخُلْدِ. O Muhammad, that Allah speaking to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And he said, فَإِن مِتَّ, you're going to die or live, you're going to die. And give me attention to the end. كُلُّ نَفْسٍ ذَائِقَةُ الْمَوْتِ. Every soul, كل نفس ذائقة، كل ذائقة الموت. وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِالشَّرِّ وَالْخَيْرِ فِتْنَةً. We're going to try, number one, hardship, and good time, good. But even this, Allah will ask me, and this, even the good things, Allah will ask me. Fitna. We have to be careful with that. But the key with that, إلينا ترجعون, because still we're going to go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Second ayah.
Disbelievers pretend that they will never be resurrected for the account. Say, O Muhammad, yes, yes, by my Lord, you will certainly be resurrected. Then you will be informed of and recompense for what you did, and that is easy for Allah.
زعم الذين كفروا أن لا يبعثوا. For those people who claim we'll never be, we're gonna die, that's it, we'll never be out of the grave. زعم, that means they claim. زعم الذين كفروا, and he said, and here, أن يبعثوا, قل بلى, O Muhammad, yes, indeed, you're gonna, بلى, ربي, and by Allah, والله, ربي وتبعثن, بما عملتم. Allah will ask us with everything. Everything he said, بما عملتم. وذلك Allah يصير, that it's simple and easy. If you blink of the eye, it can happen. Continue, inshallah.
Do they not think that they will be resurrected for reckoning on a great day, the day when all mankind will stand before the Lord of all that exists?
Continue.
And warn them of the day of assembling, by which there is no doubt when a party will be in paradise and a party in the blazing fire of hell.
Yes. Here, the result of this, Jannah or hellfire. Okay, give it to her, inshallah. Continue.
When the earth is shaken in its final earthquake and the earth throws out its burdens, and men will say, what is the matter with it? The day it will declare its information about all that happened over it of good or evil. Because your Lord will inspire it, that day mankind will proceed in scattered groups that may be shown their deeds. So whosoever does good equal to the weight of an atom or a small ant shall see it. And whosoever does evil equal to the weight of an atom or small ant shall see it.
Subhanallah. This surah is very simple surah. But speaking about, I gave khutbah Jum'ah 2 weeks ago actually about this. إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها. The earth now in Turkey happened. May Allah give rahmah to them. May Allah, and Syria. May Allah give rahmah and mercy for all of them. Ameen. Okay? But that only 2 countries. But very soon, the whole universe, not the earth, the whole universe will be shaking. Shaking. But the key, the last 2 ayah, فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ. Even 1 atom, good, you will get reward. And we even have an atom of bad deed, Allah will ask us about that. Dharra, what is dharra? An atom. What is smaller than atom? Neutron. Less than that neutron, proton. Come on, it's chemistry and physics. What is the atom? Less than atom. Neutron. And less than proton. And microproton, right? Allah will ask us about that. Allah will ask us even the small neutron, proton. Allah will ask us. Say, فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ. How good Allah will give us when you go to, and the opposite. May Allah protect us from that. Continue, please.
Do they then wait for anything other than that the angels should come down to them, or that your Lord Allah should come, or some of the signs of your Lord shall come? Portents of the hour, rising of the sun from the west, that the day that some of the signs of your Lord do come, no good will it do to a person to believe them. If he believed not before, nor earned good by performing deeds of righteousness through his faith.
The most important thing, before this soul leaving me, I have to be careful what's going on. Because the boat in the grave, by the way, the hisab, the account in the grave before we meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have to be careful with that. Continue, inshallah.
And when the word of torment is fulfilled against him, we shall bring out from the earth the beasts for them, to speak to them because mankind believed not with certainty in our ayat.
Continue.
And until when Yusuf and Gog and Magog
يأجوج ومأجوج.
are
Say يأجوج
Juj
ومأجوج.
or Ma'juj
Good. Continue.
are let loose from the barrier, and they swoop down from every mountain. And the true promise, day of resurrection, shall draw near of fulfillment. Then, when mankind is resurrected from their graves, you shall see the eyes of the disbelievers fixedly staring in horror.
Okay. Ya'juj ومأجوج was one of the great signs of the Ya'juj. Those people, by the way, they are there. Where? Under the ground. So, in the Surah Al-Kahf, actually, in more details, that Allah, but then if they become out, no one will fight. Even that time, Jesus, Isa alayhi salam will come, cannot even fight Ya'juj or Ma'juj. Cannot fight. No one can fight them. In fact, then when they kill everybody, they think they kill all the human beings. What happened? They try to make the arrow on the sky to kill Allah. Astaghfirullah al-Azim. And then after that, Allah, because no one can fight them. No one fight. But Allah will send a bird, small, tiny, small stone in their back. And they will die completely. All of them, they die. And then the rain come, we take him back to the ocean. Not the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean. Allah knows best. We're going to die. Die, and who will get to stay? Isa alayhi salam, until one of the signs with the judgment started. So you always think, one of the dua, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in the tashahhud, في العالمين لك حمد مجيد, say, اللهم إني أعوذ بك من فتنة النسيح ومن فتنة. One of the dua always about the Dajjal and Ya'juj and Ma'juj. May Allah protect us from that. Okay, continue, inshallah.
And when the son of Maryam is quoted as an example, behold, the people cry aloud, laugh out at the example, and say, Are Aliyah gods better, or is he Isa? They quoted not the above example except for argument. Nay, but But they are quarrelsome people. He, Isa, was not more than a slave. We granted our favor to him, and we made him an example for the children of Israel, his creation without a father. And if it were our will, we would have destroyed you, mankind, all, and made angels to replace you on the earth. And he, Isa, shall be a known sign for the coming of the hour day of resurrection, Isa's descent on earth. Therefore, have no doubt concerning it, the day of resurrection.
Isa alayhi salam, it always was Isa, Jesus. Isa, one of the great signs. But let me ask a question. A lot of Christian, actually it's for you. A lot of Christian here, they're always in the school, you are non-Muslim in school. Especially when you go to university. A lot of group, like different Catholics and Orthodox and babies in the school have parties. For you, gonna see a lot. All those people, even Catholic and whatever the group, some people believe in Isa is a God. Some people believe the son of Mary is a. But some people believe in the prophet. But the key, one of the great signs in this ayat, many ayat recorded in the Quran, saying that he is the prophet of Allah. But one of the signs of the Egyptian. That's a question here. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, in Isa alayhi salam, he makes the alive person alive, a dead person alive. Okay? And not only that, and the blind man, he have a sight. He have many miracles. And then he have no father. From the soul, Allah said that, from the soul of Maryam alayhi salam. The soul of Maryam, she became pregnant. But how many months she's pregnant? But Allah sent his soul to Maryam. But does not mean he's the son of God. He's not son of God, he's a prophet, nothing else. And Maryam alayhi salam, she's a slave of Allah, nothing else. We have the whole chapter called Maryam. So very soon, inshallah, we're going to speak about this in more details, inshallah. Hajar. Read Hajar.
And the trumpet will be blown, and all who are in the heavens and all who are on earth will swoon away, except him whom Allah wills. Then it will be blown a second time, and behold, they will be standing, looking on, waiting. And the earth will shine with the light of its Lord, Allah, when he will come to judge among men. And the book will be placed open, and the prophets and the witnesses will be brought forward, and it will be judged between them with truth. And they will not be wronged, and each person will be paid in full of what he did, and he is best aware of what they do.
So, Allah, ونفخ في الصور. That's a scary part now. ونفخ في الصور. Allah promised. And everyone died, and then also come out of life. They will be life again. ونفخ في الصور. فصعق من في السماوات والأرض. Even everything was shocked and demolished. Everything. صعق من السماوات والأرض. And he said, ثم نفخ فيه أخرى. Now, the first trumpet, everybody gonna die. Everyone demolished. And again, out. The question here, you think with the same, because all of us on a straight earth, straight land, you think the same earth, and for adults, you think, sister, that earth and the trumpet would have blown at the same earth? Because the earth is a globe, but that earth before Allah be straight, in different earth. And then what? We get out from our own grave. ثم أخسر. And that day, Allah bring who? The prophets. Every prophets. From Adam alayhi salam to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. 25 prophets, plus as we mentioned before, 120,000 prophets for every nation. Every nation, did you give the message? Did they give you a message? Allah knows best. But just to prove to those people, to prove the other people. Okay? So, continue, inshallah.
And we shall set up balances of justice on the day of resurrection. Then none will be dealt with unjustly in anything. And if there be the weight of a mustard seed, we will break it. And sufficient are we to take account.
Continue.
Then when the trumpet will be blown with one blowing, the first one, and the earth and the mountains shall be removed from their places, and crushed with a single crushing. Then on that day shall the great event befall, and the heaven will be rent asunder. For that day the heaven will be frail and torn up, and the angels will be on its sides, and eight angels will that day bear the throne of your Lord above them. That day shall you be brought to judgment. Not a secret of you will be hidden. Then as for them who will be given his record in his right hand will say, Here, read my record. Surely I did believe that I shall meet my account. So we shall be in a life well-pleasing in a lofty paradise. The fruits and bunches whereof will be low and near at hand. Eat and drink at ease, for that will be which you have sent on before you in days past. But as for him who will be given his record in his left hand, will say, I wish that I had not been given my record, and that I had never known how my account is. Would that it had been my end, death. My wealth has not availed me.
Yeah.
My power and arguments to defend myself. I have gone from me. It will be said, Seize him and fetter him, then throw him in the blazing fire, then fasten him with a chain whereof the length of 70 cubits.
Cubit, yeah.
Verily he used not to believe in Allah, the Most Great, and urge not on the feeding of al-miskin, the poor.
Wallahi, this ayat is very scary ayat. Explained before Salah Isha, Safiya after. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان. وانشقت السماء فهي وهي. That sama, the sky, وهي means dust, nothing. Okay? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. والملك على أرجائها ويحمل عرش ربك فوقهم يومئذ ثمانية. The السماء first انشقت, we remove. والملك على أرجائها, the angel carrying the throne of Allah subhanahu. والملك على أرجائها ويحمل عرش ربك فوقهم يومئذ ثمانية. 8 angel carrying the throne of Allah. Huge. We'll discuss how big, huge. ويحمل عرش ربك فوقهم يومئذ لا تخفى منكم خافية. No one be hidden. No one has no secrets. Now لا تخفى منكم خافية. فمن أوتي كتابه بيمينه فيقول هاؤم اقرءوا كتابيه. If I take my inshallah together, if our records in our hands, we'll be happy. Number one, we'll be so happy and giving everybody, look at my paper. Look at my paper. Look, I got my paper being the one. هاؤم اقرءوا كتابيه إني I thought ملاق حسابي, I will be dying. فهو في عيشة راضية. He will be the best place. May Allah make us among those people. And then فهو في عيشة راضية في جنة عالية, high, very high place. قطوفها دانية, grapes and fruits and everything دانية. كلوا واشربوا هنيئا بما أسلفتم اليوم. That Allah will, everything in the past, Allah will give it us. And complete opposite here. ومن أوتي كتابه بشماله. Whoever keep this one in his left hand, say يا ليتني لم أوت كتابي. I wish I would never have it. My book. ما أغنى عني سلطاني. All my wealth, my money, whatever, will never benefit me. Will never benefit me. ما أغنى عني again أما شمال فيقولون يا ليتها كانت القاضية ما أغنى عني مالية هلك عني سلطاني خذوه فغلوه ثم الجحيم صلوه ثم في سلة 70 ذراعا. In a summary, a miserable life for eternal life. May Allah protect us from it. That's why, guys, especially you, life is very make the people always run for the dunya life. MashaAllah, you are good girls, alhamdulillah, may Allah bless you all. But think about my hand, always I wanted in my hand. But how to have the book in my hand? Okay, how? I have to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not to move those people, make me leave Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You understand me here? Right? Okay. Alright. Safiya.
So by your Lord, surely we shall gather
Microphone.
together. And also the shaitan, devils with
Satan.
them, then shall bring them round hell on their knees. Then indeed we shall drag out from every sect all those who were worst in obstinate rebellion against the most gracious Allah. Then verily we know best those who are most worthy of being burnt therein. There is not one of you but will pass over it. Hell, this is with your Lord, a decree which must be accomplished. Then we shall save those who used to fear Allah and were dutiful to Him, and we shall leave the Zaliman, polytheists and wrongdoers, there and humbled to their knees in hell.
May Allah protect us. Yeah. Zalimun? Yeah, now. Oppressor, to be, but they're very important also, even in your non-Muslim school, always have to be judged with everybody. You never know. Every mistake with that person, every slandering about that person, every lying about that person, doesn't matter. You have to be always truthful person, regardless Muslim and non-Muslim. ماشي? Now the new chapter, inshallah. Read.
The statements of the Messenger of Allah.
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
The hour will not be established until a man passes by another man's grave and says, I wish I was in his place.
Okay. One hadith here, very important. لا تقوم الساعة حتى يمر الرجل بقبر الرجل فيقول يا ليتني كنت مكانه. One of the signs of the judgment, I look at the grave, I say, I wish I am there. I mean, our life over there, before we die, it's a miserable life. May Allah protect us. Continue, inshallah.
The hour will not be but before these 10 signs take place.
10 signs, 10 ayat after the last hour. The first one,
The quakes in the east.
quakes in the east, it happened. Clean? Where? In Yemen.
The quakes in the west.
It happened, okay.
The quakes in the Arabian Peninsula. The smoke. The Dajjal.
And smoke, actually we don't have smoke yet, but this is, some ulama this is happened in Saudi Arabia, and the Dajjal, the Antichrist. The Antichrist, that is called in Salah. So, Allahumma inni a'udhuka min fitnat Masih al-Dajjal, the Antichrist. Okay?
Gog and Magog.
Dab also. Before that, Dabbat al-Ard, the beast. And then Ya'juj wa Ma'juj. Continue.
The rising of the sun from the west.
Okay, which book?
The coming out of fire from the farthest place in Adam that will compel people to evacuate. The descent of Isa, son of Maryam.
Continue.
The Dajjal will appear in my nation among my followers and will stay for 40.
Dajjal again. Diamond Dajjal. He will come 40 days. Give me attention to this hadith. He become again. How many days? 40 days. Step by step. No, step. But step you just started. Step by step. This is very important hadith.
Allah will send Isa, son of Maryam, in the appearance of Urwa bin Masad. He will chase him and kill him. Then the people will stay for 7 years without hostility between them. Then Allah will send a cold wind from the direction of Syria, and no one in whose heart is a weight of an atom of good or belief will remain, except it takes away his soul. Even if he resorted to the center of a mountain, it will chase him and take away his soul. Only the evilest of people will remain alive. They will neither enjoin what is right nor denounce what is wrong. Shaitan will appear to them and say, it is not opportune for you to respond. They will say, what do you command us? He will command them to idol worship. At that time they will live luxurious life. Then the trumpet will be blown. No one will hear it except he listens attentively to it. The first man to hear it is a man who will be mending the water basin of his camels. The man will faint, and so will the other people. Then a light rain from the sky will fall. Therewith the bodies of the people will sprout. Then the trumpet will be blown once again, and behold, all of them will be standing and looking. Then it will be said, O people, come fast before your Lord, and stop them, they will be questioned. Then it will be said, sort out the rightful inmates of fire. It will be asked, how many? It will be said, 999 out of 1,000. Such is the day that will turn the children gray-headed, and the day when the shin will be uncovered.
Ya Allah. In that, this ayat is this hadith is long. I'm not going to explain, but you have to read it more and more. This hadith is very, very important to start how from our life in the grave, and the scary part, we're going to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How we're going to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is very scary. And not only that, and many trials now. We have one trial happened in Turkey and Syria. But still, Allah said, going to be more and more trials, tribulation, hardship, calamity. Why? Why do you think this happened to us? The distinguish, by the way, Allah said that in Surah Al-Ankabut, the beginning of Surah Al-Ankabut. Listen to this ayat. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم حسب الناس أن يتركوا أن يقولوا آمنا وهم لا يفتنون ولقد فتنا الذين من قبلهم فليعلمن الله الذين صدقوا وَلَيَعْلَمَنَّ الْكَاذِبِينَ. أحسب الناس. We think we are believer. The people think. آمنا. We believe in Allah. There is no trials, hardship, calamity, earthquakes, hurricanes, tornado. It's happened just the ayah after that. And the people before us happened to them. To distinguish who the truthful one, truthful, and who is the liar one. The true unbelief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not a statement, no, not the practices. So this ayat, this hadith of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, actually, Sahih Muslim, say many ayats. Or many ayat, and this all the ayat have it right now. May Allah protect us, inshallah. Give her the microphone, inshallah. Now, all this, we speak about the sign of the day of judgment. This hadith is a long hadith. I wish actually I could explain it completely, but long hadith. But very important to understand the hadith in how it's going to be one era, another era, and problem, hardship, calamity, but how to save it if this happened to us. So far, we don't have this kind of problems. But you never know. Continue, inshallah.
The hour will not come except upon the evils of people.
لا تقوم الساعة إلا على شرار الناس. The day of judgment started with the all evil people. And now all the Muslim country and all the non-Muslim country, all leaders, I mean all not Muslims, all leaders, no exception by the way, very corrupted people. That again, لا تقوم الساعة إلا على شرار الناس. The day of judgment started when the evil people in leaders. And by the way, all of them bad. What about Biden? Or Biden, you think is good? Our president? Huh? You are Republican or a Democrat? Not yet. Yeah, maybe, of course, I'm not Muslim. But anyway, even Muslim country, as far as those people, non-Muslim, not believing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not even following what Allah said, that day judgment started. Second one.
There are 40 between the two that blows. Then Allah will send down water, rain from the heaven, and the people will sprout like the crops. Every person will disintegrate except for the coccyx.
Yes, the last bone in the spinal cord.
Yeah. From which people will be rejuvenated on the day of resurrection.
Yes. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, every human being, every person, even jinn, die. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rain. Allah sends the rain. From that rain come last bone called ajb al-dhanab. The last bone in a human being, very tiny actually. There is no way to be dissolved. Even cannot burn it. In our body here, that from that seed in our body, we alive again. And then Allah will ask us. Continue.
O people, you will be gathered before your Lord, barefoot, naked, and uncircumcised. The first one to be clothed will be Ibrahim. Upon him be peace. Some of my followers will be taken to the left. I will say, O Lord, these are my companions. Allah will say, you do not know what they innovated after you.
Give me attention this. Those, everyone Allah, everybody can be alive again. Resurrection. Everybody alive again. And some people who are Muslims, but go to hellfire. And Rasulullah said, Ya Rasulullah, Ya Allah, Rasulullah, Prophet Muhammad said, Ya Allah, they are following me, they are with me. As you don't know what happened after you die. That you those people that we do bid'ah, like innovation. Innovation is very dangerous statement. You cannot create something and we say it for Allah. For example, I didn't know, maybe you went to your country to visit. Some people over there they will begin, they remember Allah, they, Allah, Allah, Allah. So people like this in Indonesia? No? Okay, I think in Morocco they have it. Huh? Morocco? Allah. That is actually what is not Islam. Not Islam. My point, Allah, Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Rasul, Ya Allah, they are following me. So you don't know what happened after you left. You create what the teaching of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Allah protect us from that. Continue, inshallah.
Not one of you will move his feet on the day of judgment until he is asked about 4 things: his life and how has he spent it,
Oh, yeah.
his knowledge and what he did with it, his wealth, how he earned and spent it, and his body and how he cared for it.
That means it's very important hadith. Allah will ask us every small thing, and even our wealth, how you spend it, especially you, how you grow up about what. Okay, continue inshallah to the end.
My hadith is 1 month.
Hadith the teaching of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yeah.
It's 1 month's distance. Its water is wetter than milk. Its smell is better than musk. Its cups are like the stairs of heaven. Whoever drinks its water, he will never feel thirsty again.
Good.
When Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, mentioned the fire and began to weep, the Messenger of Allah asked her, "Why do you weep?" She replied, "I thought about the fire. That is why I weep." Aisha then asked, "Will one remember their household on the day of judgment?" The Messenger of Allah said, "Except in 3 situations: when one's own deeds are weighed till he knows whether they be heavy or light, when the records are issued until he knows whether his record will be presented to him in his right hand, in his left hand, or behind his back, and when passing on the sirat until he passes safely." Abu Dawood. And every prophet had a prayer for his nation, and all the prophets have communicated their prayers for their nations to Allah. As for me, I have saved my prayer for intercession for my nation.
Okay, go ahead, inshallah.
And I am the master of the sons of Adam, and I am not boasting. I am the first. The earth will split open for on the day of judgment, and I am not boasting. I am the first to ask intercession, and the first whose intercession will be responded to. And I am not boasting. The banner of praise will be in my hand, and I am not boasting.
Right. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam here, Ana, the best one among the prophets is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Alhamdulillah, we are following Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Continue.
Whoever asks Allah to admit him into paradise 3 times, paradise will say, "O Allah, admit him into paradise." Whoever seeks refuge from the fire 3 times, the fire will say, "O Allah, save him from the fire." 3. The belief of the millions of the prophets, messengers,
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
wise, knowledgeable, and righteous servants of Allah in the last day, and their conviction and certainty in all that was narrated about.
Okay. Hajar, the last one, and we'll finish inshallah.
Rational proofs. Allah has the ability to rejuvenate all creatures after their death, since recreating them is in no way more difficult than originating them. Reason does not reject the ideas of resurrection and reward. Reason negates only what is impossible, such as the accord of 2 opposites or 2 But this is clearly not the case with the idea of resurrection and accountability. Due to Allah's obvious wisdom in the affairs of His creatures and the competition in every sphere and realm of life, it is unlikely that the creatures would not be respected after death, ending the short earthly life to requite them for their good and evil deeds. The blessing and hardships of the earthly life alone testifies to the existence of another life and another realm full of justice, good, perfection, bliss, and hardship, all greater and more encompassing. For this life will, with its bliss and hardship, would not resemble that life except as the mere picture of a palace resembles a magnificent palace in reality. Or the comparison between a luxurious garden and that of a small leaf.
So, in summary, inshallah, for that, inshallah, before we finish today, our life is very short, regardless the age. Now we have rebuilt ourselves to reach that position, to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in good ending, inshallah. I really thank you, Jazakallah khair, for sharing this book with us. I'm thinking actually, because Salat al-Asr moved to instead 4 o'clock to 4:30. Is that okay? Sister, 4:30 next week? Instead 4 o'clock, inshallah. All right, 4 o'clock till your mom, inshallah. Okay? سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. جزاكم الله خيرا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Yes.